Hey there, and welcome to Recap Mania. Today, we'll discuss the 2019 movie Too Handsome to Handle. Have you ever wondered about how difficult it is to go through life as a hottie? Well, that is what this story is all about. The movie begins with Kulin, a teenager who's just trying to get through life as a handsome young man, especially as he comes from a long line of handsome people. His brother, Okus, is a good-looking young man who markets his attractiveness to people desperate to get girlfriends. His father was an ex-playboy who dated over 1,000 girls. That is until he met Kulin's mother, who's also handsome, or pretty, you might say. Although they're a happy family, there's only one problem. Kulin's handsomeness has made him a recluse. He's tired of being mobbed by girls when he goes outside. All he does is study and play with his pet fish, Anto, and basically stays at home. As a result, Kulin's families plot and lie that they're going bankrupt. This means that Kulin will have to go to a normal school. However, Kulin only agrees to this if he goes to an all-boys school. In the next scene, Okus takes Kulin to his new school on his bike. However, he's still wary of the effect of his look, so he wears his bike helmet instead. This attracts much unwanted attention. Like, who wears a helmet into a classroom and expects not to stand out? Things escalate when the teacher makes him take the helmet off. She's immediately surprised by Kulin's striking gorgeousness. The whole affair has Kulin shaken, so he tries to run home. However, he's knocked out and abducted by the Three Tasks, a group which is made up of Erno, Dicky, and their leader, CD. They make him take a prom proposal to BBM High School for girls. They have been failing for many years to get the girls to accept this proposal. But with Kulin's pretty face, they can get Amanda, the most popular girl in BBM, to accept his proposal. They assign Kibo, one of the kids they bully, to assist Kulin with his mission. Fail, and they'll smash him up. Not wanting to go along with this, Kulin heads straight to the principal's office. Unfortunately, he's soon appalled to learn that CD is the principal's youngest son. Incredibly, this man orders Kulin to go along with this harebrained plan so that his son can finally graduate. Kibo also convinces Kulin to go ahead with the plan. He just wants peace because he's been bullied by CD ever since his brother left the school. Although the boys become friends, Kulin is still worried about the task. The next day, they head to BBM where they are met with hostility. However, things get worse when the hostile girls make Kulin take off his helmet. The event is so explosive it makes the news. His mere face drove the girls to hysterics. Fortunately, this catches Amanda's attention. Unfortunately, this insanity makes its way to Kulin's home. He's dismayed that his family chose to capitalize on the situation by welcoming these strange girls into his home. Distraught, he climbs onto a rooftop. Although his parents try to get him to come home, he refuses until they get rid of the strangers. The heartbreak gets too much when he discovers that Anto is dead. However, just as he's about to jump, he's interrupted by a girl who's indifferent to his pain. Even more interestingly, she isn't driven insane by his handsomeness. Who is this girl? Instantly, he falls in love with her. In the next scene, Kulin moves in with Kibo and his grandmother, who accepts the boy. Good looks and all. The boys also become great friends as they bond over Kibo's card collection. Kulin shares the problems he has with his unrivaled beauty, while also telling him about the girl he met on the building's roof. Once they realize that the girl goes to BBM, they decide to try once more to get the prom proposal to Amanda. Sometime later, they are able to get Amanda into a room with them. Although she composes herself, during the meeting when Kibo gives her the proposal, she totally loses it when the boys leave. She even gets a nosebleed. Funnily enough, as the other schoolgirls go crazy over Kulin, he notices that the roof girl still doesn't care about him. What is it with her? Fortunately, the visit with Amanda isn't for nothing because during lunch that day, the boys learn that their proposal has been approved. The boys are ecstatic. CD is even brought to tears. What a life. Meanwhile, Kulin's crush on the roof girl gets more intense as he even dreams about her. Nonetheless, life goes on as Kulin settles in with Kibo, his new best friend, and his grandmother. Life is good until one day the boys go and play futsal. Kibo is especially excited because he gets to show Kulin his crush. The game is fun and weird at the same time because even this boy's mere sweat makes other boys attractive to girls. This is insane. It gets even more insane when Riri, Kibo's crush, arrives and Kulin realizes that it's roof girl Riri. It crushes Kulin even further when he realizes that Kibo and Riri actually like each other. This makes Kulin wish he was just a normal boy like his friend. Later that night, Kulin reaches out to Okus for help. Sometime later, he meets up with his brother, who brought their parents along. After burying the hatchet, Kulin asks Okus for advice on how to get Riri. As a self-professed matchmaker, he tells Kulin to take note of her favorite things and her star sign before referring him to his book. However, Kulin also notices that Kibo knows all these things about Riri already. Nonetheless, Okus tells Kulin to also be confident. The men in their family always get the girls. They could even get the cashier if they wanted to. Sometime later, the three friends help Kulin buy a new pet fish, as Kulin contemplates whether or not he will compete with Kibo for Riri. Kibo invites him to join them for a karaoke night so they can celebrate his good grades. The next day, Amanda arrives at the boys' school and invites Kulin to a party she's throwing. She also gives him a new phone so that he can call her. The boys are ecstatic because this invitation is like inviting the whole school to the party. I think I need somebody pretty in my life to open these kinds of doors for me. Sometime later, the trio is at the karaoke party. It becomes clear that Riri is only into Kibo. At the end of the night, Kibo realizes he forgot his wallet, so he goes to withdraw some money with his phone, thereby leaving Kulin alone with Riri. Kulin uses his chance to lie that Kibo is only into Amanda, not her. After the party, Kulin then calls Amanda. In the next scene, the boys attend Amanda's amazing party. Then something strange happens. Amanda takes Kibo with her right before Riri arrives at the party. Maliciously, Kulin takes Riri to where Amanda and Kibo are alone and kissing one another. This has a double effect. A heartbroken Riri runs off while CD and his goons discover the kissing couple. Kulin tries to make his advances on the heartbroken girl, but Riri tells him she only sees him as a friend. After all this scheming, he doesn't even get the girl. Even worse, Kibo gets a beating from the three tacks. Luckily, Kibo's grandmother is able to tend to his wounds. However, after being driven by guilt, especially when Kibo gives Kulin the card that's missing from his collection, Kulin cuts Kibo even deeper by confessing his role in this beating. He was the one who made Amanda kiss him so that Riri will stop liking him. Angry and disappointed, Kibo kicks Kulin out of his home. He never wants to see Kulin again. Depressed, Kulin returns home in the rain. The depression carries on for the rest of the year. As without Kibo, life has become a drag for Kulin. He truly was his best friend. Kulin's family tries to cheer him up, but it's no use. It's only after his mother returns Anto to him alive and confesses their plot to make him socialize with the world. All she wants is for him to be happy and be part of the world. It's every parent's dream. What's more valuable than a mother's love? The next day, Kulin's dad also cheers the boy up. Turns out it is possible to be rejected by girls. His dad confesses that he himself was rejected once. Heaven forbid. But it actually happened. The girl told him it was better to have a rotten face than a rotten heart, and this made him a better person. Manliness isn't about looks, it's about attitude. That's the only way to get the girl. This gives Kulin an epiphany. In the next scene, Kulin runs to Riri before heading to Kibo's. Once he's able to get his angry friend to listen, he apologizes for his actions before telling Kibo he should have confessed his feelings to Riri. As Kibo admits that he loves everything about Riri, Kulin reveals that he's had her on the phone the whole time. Well, now they know they have feelings for each other. In the final scenes, the trio attends the prom. However, the friendship dynamic is different now. Riri is Kibo's girl. Kulin leaves them to be Amanda's date. Much to CD's despair. As Riri and Kibo dance, Kulin and Amanda are made prom king and queen. All is well when Kulin notices another girl. Is this love? We'll never know. So with that, this movie recap episode has come to an end here. Let us know if you are intrigued to watch the movie after seeing our recap in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more recaps. Till then, goodbye.